so happy that you joined us today. I'm telling you, this has been a wonderful season. Did y'all enjoy your New Year? Yes. You had a wonderful time. And I want to thank you, audience, for submitting all of your questions to Facebook Messenger, Florine Hanley Fulks on Facebook, or just email me at drflorinefulks@gmail.com. You have been sending in some very interesting questions. Or subscribe to my YouTube page at Dr. Florine Fulks, Dr. Florine Fulks at YouTube. And it's essential that you hit the subscribe button. And I thank you all so much for tuning in. And this is going to be a wonderful, wonderful year. I'm so excited. Let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with our last week question. All right. And it reads, from Columbia, South Carolina. I am a former transgender female who has had full surgery, removal of all of my male parts. Now, after 11 years as a transgender female, I am now a born-again Christian. I've made so many wrong decisions in my life, but one thing I do know, that I love the Lord. My question is not for Dr. Fulks. My question is for Pastor Fulks. How can I feel complete as a man again? Because I do not. What is your opinion on that? Well, I would like to say to this young man that, first of all, you said I am now a born-again Christian. That is wonderful. I respect your decision of being a born-again Christian. Also, it was your decision to become a transgender female. That is to be respected too. You was an adult, you made that decision, and no one can go against it because it's your life. Now you're asking me, how can you feel complete or whole again now that you're a born-again Christian? I want to say to you, as a Christian myself, that the Word of God states that you're already whole. He's already made you complete. Once you receive Him, you receive a sense of completeness because Jesus is everything that you need. And I want to say to you, young man, listen to me very carefully. The same God that loves you now as a born-again believer loved you then as a transgender. The scripture says, as you're asking Pastor Fulks, even though you was in sin, He yet compelled His love towards you. So you're serving the same God that has the same love, but now you're just changing your lifestyle. And as you go further in your walk with Christ, I would say this to you. Don't think because you did snip snap that you're not a man again. That doesn't make you a complete man. What about men that had cancer in their area and that had to be removed? Are they not still men, even though with the cancer? Or any other diseases that will require the removal of that? What about men in accidents, car accidents, where that had to be removed? Are they not men? So you are a man. You are. You just have to change your mentality and think like one. Think like one. That's why the Bible said, by the renewing of your mind must be renewed. And when you meet someone, because you sound like a lovable person, just tell them the truth. You don't have to keep broadcasting and saying to everybody, this was my life, this was my life. No, this is your life now. Walk in it and change your mindset and pray. God will help you and He'll take you to that place where you will realize what and who you are. Okay? God bless you. All right, let's move on to our new questions. Are you guys ready? This question is from Columbia, South Carolina as well. I have been married for 11 years. My husband and I have one daughter. My husband wants us to join a swingers community. So we can spice up our marriage. I'm a little territorial when it comes to my husband, and I'm sometimes jealous. I don't know about this, but I do want to spice up our marriage. What are your thoughts, Dr. Post, before I give him an answer? Something is wrong with y'all. If y'all, are you saying your husband want you to lay with another man in his very presence? And then you say you're jealous, you're territorial. Already that's a fight. Already that's a fight. The man can easily transition over to that. But a female, and what nationality are you? What color are you? Because I know if you look like me, you're not going to be able to tolerate that. Ma'am, your husband is setting you up for a jail sentence. He's setting you up. You're going to fight and hurt that man. Don't do that. Y'all talking over, y'all find other ways to spice up y'all marriage. I don't believe that that's a good source of spice. Because you already done said you're territorial. So you're going to kill him and the woman. See, he's setting you up for a jail sentence. So I'm trying to tell you now, in advance, before you get into that and you start getting jealous, start getting into an argument, don't do that. I'm trying to warn you now. This is not a good lifestyle, especially for someone who's territorial and jealous. Because jealousy has killed many people. A lot of inmates are in prison. I used to work in a prison because of jealousy and the things they did because of it. All right, thank you. The tea is so good tonight. Bishopville, South Carolina is in the house. I am 55 years old and I suffer from sleep apnea and I have high blood pressure. I feel fatigued all the time. I've been on this sickly road condition for about 4 years. 4 years ago, something traumatic happened in my life. My daughter was murdered by a family member during an argument. And maybe this is just making me sick, I don't know. My question to you, Dr. Fulks, how long should I grieve the death of my daughter? Signed, missing my daughter so much. Well, first of all, young lady, there is no time limit on grieving. It all depends on when you or God decide to heal you from that pain. But there's really no pain in it because we are not supposed to bury our children. Our children are supposed to bury us. So that's a very hard pill to swallow. And on top of that, it was a family member. So there's a lot of chaos going on in your spirit. So how long? There is no period. I cannot tell you how long you're supposed to grieve. But I will tell you this, it will get better. 2 things I want to share with you tonight, and we're going to move on. It will get better. It will not be this way always. After a while, you will be able to think about your daughter and smile. That's the first thing. It won't be this way always. Pray and ask God to help heal that broken area in your heart. The second thing I want to tell you, yes, grief can lead to high blood pressure, fatigue, and sleep apnea. All of this started since your daughter died. That's what it's showing up in physical things. You can't sleep. You're having difficulty breathing, the apnea of it. You got high blood pressure. Or you about to join your daughter after a while. Okay? Don't do that. Your daughter will not want you to. So you're going to have to maybe get some therapy. I ask God to help you transition and deal with this death of your daughter and give you some coping mechanism. That's what you need. Because you being sick like this and fatigued, it's not good. It's not good for your body because I'm pretty sure the same love you had for her, she has for you. And she wants you to live and be happy. Thank you, everybody. All right. These are some good questions. All right, let's go. Oh, this is from Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte is in the house. I am a 47-year-old married first lady of a 900 plus congregation. That's a large church. My husband, the pastor, recently confessed to me of his bisexual lifestyle for the past 5 years. Y'all not gonna kill me. I'm gonna live and not die. This has devastated me when he told me this. But if I divorce him, it would destroy the church. Do I secretly stay in this marriage since he said none of these men that he's messed with over the past 5 years means anything to him? He just do it because every now and then he get an urge. Dr. Fulks, should I just leave and risk destroying the church? 900 plus members. First of all, Miss First Lady, I'm so glad you're asking Dr. Fulks and not Pastor Fulks. Keep Pastor Fulks all of these questions. You are his wife. You come before any congregation. Any congregation. You worried about the church and your husband riding up backbone back something mountain. You worried about church and this man is doing all kind of stuff. So first of all, it's a risk to your health. Number one. Number two, you said in the letter, he said to you in his confession that he's been bisexual for 5 years. You just don't all of a sudden 47. Let's assume he's 47 too. You just don't all of a sudden decide at age 42 you on backbone back something mountain. You been know you was on back something mountain. You knew that. This ain't no strange thing. You just want to tell him it's just been 5 years. No, my brother, it's been longer than that. And 5 years does not ease her pain. Do 5 years ease your pain? Because if he told you he did it one time, you're going to have a problem. So, do I think you should leave the marriage? No, I think you and him need marriage counseling. I'm never going to push nobody out of a marriage unless he's beating your nose in the back of your brain and breaking every bone in your... I really think I'm against physical abuse. But this right here, he told you. So you got to make a decision. You and him need counseling, and you got to decide what's best for you, not the congregation. Because a congregation of 900 members can get another pastor. But something is telling me you ain't worried about the congregation. You worry about that money. That's what you worried about. You worry about that money. So you ain't fooling me. So, and you don't want to get embarrassed and all that. So you and him got to make that decision. Y'all need counseling because y'all been married a while. And just face it. You're married to a bisexual man. You know, you just have to see if you want to deal with that. Because I don't think he's going to stop. Because you said, he said, whenever I get the urge, sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. All right, thank you. Those some crazy people. All right, our next question, number 4, from Casey, South Carolina, right up the street. Hello, I am a mom of a 16-year-old daughter. We live in Casey, South Carolina, besides some neighbors that have 2 large Confederate flags on their house. And they got Confederate flags all over their vehicles. Recently, my 16-year-old daughter and the Confederate neighbor's son has been texting and talking in their school together. Finally, the Confederate son asked my daughter out on a date to the movies. Should I be concerned about this Confederate son? I'm going to answer that next week. I'm going to answer that next week. I want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for joining in Dr. Fulks Tea Time. Please submit all of your questions to Facebook Messenger, Florine Hanley Fulks, or email us at drflorinefolks@gmail.com. And please, please go and subscribe on my YouTube page at Dr. Florine Fulks. Dr. Florine Fulks on YouTube, and hit the button and subscribe. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.